I opened my eyes to the harsh, white glare of fluorescent lights buzzing overhead like angry insects. The antiseptic tang burned my nostrils, and the steady beep of monitors drilled into my skull. My body felt heavy, wrapped in thin hospital sheets that crinkled with every shallow breath. Surgery was over. Gallbladder removal. Nothing life-threatening. But the recovery left me groggy and sore. What hit harder than the pain was the empty chair beside my bed. No flowers. No cards. No familiar hand reaching for mine. Across the recovery ward, life unfolded differently. An elderly woman smiled weakly as her husband adjusted her pillows, whispering encouragements. A teenage girl giggled while her mother tied balloons to the bed rail, their laughter cutting through the clinical hum. Families filled every corner with presents, with care. My space felt like a void, the silence pressing down until it ached more than the incision site. A nurse approached, her scrubs crisp, eyes soft with practiced empathy. "Anyone coming to pick you up?" "Hon," she asked gently. I swallowed against the dryness in my throat.
"My mom, I lied."
The word tasting bitter. She nodded, patted my chart, and moved on, her footsteps echoing away. The lie hung there, familiar from years of covering for the absences. Time stretched. Minutes became an hour. I reached for my phone, the screen lighting up with a single text: "Take a cab. You'll be fine." No emoji. No question about how I felt. Just a curt instruction. My stomach twisted. After anesthesia. After lying alone under those lights. This was the response. I stared at the message until the words blurred. The sting sharper than any surgical cut. Memories flooded in uninvited. Growing up in our quiet Illinois suburb, I was always the afterthought. Ethan, my younger brother, claimed the spotlight: new bikes, sports camps, praise for every minor achievement. I learned early to shrink, to expect scraps of attention. Mom, Victoria, would say I was the responsible one, the daughter who didn't need coddling. But responsibility felt like invisibility. The Uber arrived. I signed my discharge papers with shaky hands, the plastic wristband a reminder of my solitude. The driver, a middle-aged man with a friendly Midwestern drawl, chatted about Bears football and weekend plans. I nodded politely, but my mind replayed the empty chair, the dismissive text, the suburbs blurred past, neat lawns, American flags, families barbecuing. Our house looked unchanged: white siding, trimmed hedges, porch light flickering faintly even in daylight. Victoria opened the door before I knocked. Her smile too bright, too rehearsed. "You're home," she said, voice pitched high. Ethan lounged on the couch in the living room, laughing at something on his phone. The TV droning about gas prices. The lemon cleaner scent hit me, familiar yet suffocating now.
I didn't sit.
"Where's my engagement ring?" I asked, voice steadier than I felt. She waved a hand dismissively. "It's safe. Don't worry after surgery. Safe." The word echoed mockingly. I moved past her to the hall dresser where she'd promised to keep it. The drawer creaked open. The velvet box sat there, light as air when I lifted it. Popping the lid revealed emptiness. My breath caught. Lucas had sacrificed skipped lunches, extra shifts at his engineering firm to buy that ring. It symbolized someone finally seeing me, valuing me.
Now.
Just hollow fabric stared back. Heat rose in my chest. Victoria's voice floated casually behind me. "Relax. Amelia. It's safe." Ethan didn't look up. The disregard sliced deep. I dug deeper into the drawer, fingers trembling over receipts and junk, finding nothing, holding the empty box. Rage built, but I held it in. "This is what you call safe?" My voice cracked with fury barely contained. Victoria folded her arms. Unbothered. Why dramatize everything? You'll get another when you marry. Ethan's chuckle followed. Just a rock.
Sis.
The indifference wasn't hate. It was erasure. In that moment, something shifted inside me. I wouldn't beg or scream. Silence spread, thick and heavy. Their smugness cracked slightly at my lack of reaction. I left the drawer open, the box displayed like evidence,
And stepped back.
For years I'd accepted less. No more. This betrayal demanded reckoning. Quiet and deliberate. The night air outside felt sharper as I left. The Uber long gone. Walking to my own apartment across town. Every step hardened my resolve. The ring wasn't just jewelry. It was proof I mattered to Lucas. They'd stolen that. Traded it for Ethan's whims. I whispered to the dark. You think I'm still the same girl? Watch. Back in my small Chicago apartment, the dim living room felt like a sanctuary and a war room. The empty ring box sat on the coffee table. A silent accusation. Victoria's words replayed. He deserves it. Amelia. He's been through so much. Ethan deserved Miami beaches while Lucas's sacrifices vanished into their entitlement. I laughed, then a sharp, cold sound that startled even me. Not joy, but recognition of the absurdity. They'd erased me my whole life. And now they celebrated it. Victoria's face hardened. What's so funny? Ethan muttered something about drama. But my silence unnerved them more than shouts. I leaned forward. You think you've won? You don't know the game. Fear flickered in her eyes. Quickly masked. Ethan shifted uncomfortably. I stood, leaving the box as proof, and walked out without another word. Their world had cracks now. Alone later. Memories assaulted me. Childhood birthdays where Ethan's gifts overshadowed mine. Award ceremonies where Victoria beamed for him, glancing at me with mild surprise. You're so independent, she'd say, as if that excused neglect. Lucas had seen through it from the start. You deserve better, he'd tell me during late-night talks. Receipts spread on the table as he budgeted for the ring. This proves you're worth everything. The betrayal stung doubly, for me and for him. They'd stolen from us both. I replayed Victoria's admission. The ring funded Ethan's dream trip. Not an accident, but a deliberate choice. Indifference, not hate, as the real opposite of love. My legal training, often mocked as too serious, now fueled calculation. Storming back with accusations would label me unstable. Instead, silence as weapon. Dawn brought clarity. I opened the shared family account, Dad's old emergency fund before he passed. $9,000 wired to Miami's Sunshine Travel. Memo. Ethan's dream trip. Not vague theft, but documented arrogance. Screenshots piled up. Transfers. Withdrawals aligning perfectly with Ethan's luxuries. Each click built armor. Roosevelt's words echoed, no one makes you inferior without consent. They had. But I revoked it. I organized everything, bank records, messages into folders, printed copies, backed up drives. Their arrogance handed me the rope. Let them gloat over dinner. Believing victory. My quiet unsettled more than confrontation. Every document was a brick in the wall they'd never scale. Days blurred into planning. Victoria texted fake sweetness. Hope you're okay. Family matters most. I saved it as evidence. The hypocrisy dripping like poison. A walk brought neighbor Mrs. Harper. Your mom bragged about sending Ethan to Miami. Family effort, she said. You must be proud. The boast turned humiliation public. She advertised my loss as her generosity. Pacing my apartment, anger hardened to resolve. This wasn't mere theft, it was rewriting my story, erasing my place. Images flashed. Ethan poolside. Drinks raised. While my future with Lucas dissolved. But proof made me dangerous. I sorted screenshots. Legal mind sharpening. They wrote their indictment. I'd present it. The folder grew heavy with truth. Their empire of favoritism teetered. I whispered. Safe means stolen. You'll learn. The city hummed outside. But my focus stayed razor-sharp. Their laughter assumed weakness. They didn't see the pause before impact. The family group chat exploded days later. Ethan's post. Grinning in Miami. Best mom ever. Thanks for this. Hearts. Cheers from relatives praising Victoria's sacrifice. My private pain broadcast as triumph. Humiliation burned. But I documented every comment, every emoji. Victoria insisted on dinner to talk as family. The house smelled of roast chicken. But tension choked the air. Plates untouched. You're overreacting, she began. Just a ring. Ethan smirked. Miami was worth it. You've never lived. Their jabs painted me as victim. Ungrateful. I sipped water slowly, letting silence stretch unbearably. Their laughter rang false. Nervous. Do you hear yourselves? I said calmly, rewriting theft as sacrifice. They laughed again. But crack showed. Victoria jabbed. You'll always come back. No courage to leave. I met her eyes. Keep believing that. Her smirk faltered. I pushed back, chair scraping like verdict, and left. Her shrill voice chased me.
Desperate now.
That night, notifications flooded. Over 50 messages mocking me in the chat. Victoria. Thanks to me, Ethan is living his best life. Relatives applauded. I attached the travel invoice screenshot. Ethan's dream trip. Silence. Then chaos. Shocked emojis. Questions. Victoria scrambled. Didn't know the ring was. I only helped Ethan. Excuses poured out. Sides formed. An aunt. Selling your daughter's ring isn't sacrifice, it's theft. Victoria's pedestal cracked. Ethan. She's jealous. I typed one line. Safe doesn't mean stolen. You chose to steal. The thread erupted. My silence amid their frenzy was thunderous. Proof cornered them. Cass, wait. Ethan's drunken call came next, slurred voice admitting. Mom sold it for me. Best thing ever. Worth every penny. I recorded mentally. Every chuckle fuel. Later, confronting him outside a bar. His whiskey breath and sneer. Wasted on you. You've never lived. His desperation betrayed weakness.
Thank you, I said.
You gave me everything I needed, he shouted after me. But power had shifted. At a cafe, I witnessed Victoria's card decline publicly. Embarrassment. Whispers. Her facade crumbled. Words spread in the suburb. Loans defaulted. Second mortgage looming from Ethan's expenses. Bills piled. Creditors merciless. Their table, once smug, turned cold and silent. Victoria emailed threats. Lift the freeze or no wedding for us. You'll regret humiliating us. I archived it. Another nail. Lucas noticed my calm. Ready? I nodded. Folder armor complete. Their pride wouldn't fall quietly. But consequences roared louder than words. Wedding morning brought soft Chicago spring light. From the hotel, the city bustled, cabs, flowers, musicians. My veil adjusted. Reflection showed strength. Not the girl waiting for approval. Front row chairs for Victoria and Ethan remained empty. Whispers rippled. Where's her family? Absence clarified freedom. Reception glowed with lights. Laughter. Those chairs sat untouched. Place card stark. Guests noticed but celebrated. In-laws beamed genuine pride. More love than blood ever gave. Toasts flowed. My speech. This ring was taken. But I reclaimed my dignity. We build on love, not conditions. Applause honored my words. Lucas squeezed my hand. Dancing later. I released the little girl waiting by windows. Every dismissal led here strong. Seen. The ring gleamed with reclaimed meaning. Empty chairs became trophies of choice. Days later. Victoria's letter. One day you'll regret cutting us out. Family is forever. No remorse. Just entitlement. I laughed. Proof of unlearned lessons. Whispers grew. Foreclosure sign on their lawn. Friends avoiding eye contact. Brunches dried up. Their queen dethroned. I posted simply. Stealing from your own destroys you. Screenshots circulated. Messages. Confession. Records. Relatives apologized privately. I didn't respond. Validation no longer needed. Silence severed finally. With Lucas. We plan nursery. Future certain. Hand on swelling belly. You'll never doubt belonging. Revenge wasn't their loss, it was thriving free. Their silence trapped them. Mine freed me. The letter burned in the fireplace. Words dissolving to ash. You were right, I whispered. Family is forever. I chose mine. Smoke carried her power away. Peace settled. Bittersweet. Real. Not from their price, but release. Sometimes greatest revenge is quiet living while they're trapped in self-made silence. I stepped onto the balcony. City glowing with possibility. No pull of absence. Future wide open. The core lingers. What is family when blood betrays? Loyalty tested reveals chosen bonds stronger. Their theft stole a ring but gifted clarity. I matter. I build. I endure. The question haunts, do we forgive erasure? Or walk into light they never offered? My path chosen. Ring shining not with past pain, but future promise.